Friday afternoon. It is currently 4:16. I am in the car with my baby boy Pico. He's really hot. I just closed the windows so I could talk. So I'm driving out of town. I'm gonna stay at Lake Kaches or Kachess. The idea is to just sleep in my car. I brought a sleeping pad and a sleeping bag. I laid out the back seat already. I'm just gonna journal, read, and hang out and maybe stargaze if the sky clears up a bit. It's kind of overcast. I haven't driven more than a couple miles since before quarantine started. So I hadn't filled up my tank since before quarantine, seriously. And I just went to fill it up because I had like less than a gallon left. And my freaking gas cover is broken. I seriously could not get it open. When I was at the pump, so in the Prius, you have to pull this little lever by the foot of the driver's side area, the floor area. And I had to like pull it. When I pulled it, I could see that the door was opening, but I couldn't grab it because I was pulling it and I don't have another person with me. So I literally had to wedge my car key in the little lever to get the door open enough that I could grab it and yank it open. And now it won't close properly. So when I get back, we're gonna have to get that fixed, which is really unfortunate, but at least it's working. I was able to top up, and that should be way more than enough for this weekend. It's right by the trailhead for Rachel Lake. So I want to wake up early tomorrow and hike Rachel Lake. I think it's a 7 or 8 mile trip. And I've never done it before, but I've camped there multiple times. So I want to do that and then head back. It's supposed to start raining tomorrow afternoon or evening. So I want to be back home before then, shower, and then hang out with a friend. But this is going to be my first time solo camping. I don't know if it's really considered camping if I sleep in my car, but I'm calling it camping. So I'm going to set up my hammock. I brought my journal. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to focus on driving now. It's only like an hour, less than an hour and a half from my place to the campsite. And I will check it again when I'm there. Hello. So we made it to the campsite. That was more of a struggle than I anticipated. And there's still snow on the ground in some spots. I'm just gonna blow up my sleeping pad, set up my sleeping bag so I don't have to do that later. I'm probably gonna set up my hammock for a bit and just chill, and then have some snacks for dinner and feed Pico and just relax and enjoy the scenery for the rest of the night. And then once it starts to get dark, I'm gonna go to bed. I will check in with y'all later tonight when I'm more settled in. Peace. I'm all set up. That took like no time at all. This is the setup. Nothing crazy. I just have my inflatable sleeping pad and my sleeping bag, pillow, some food, water, and I put this blanket out for Pico to sleep on, and all my stuff is up there. So Pico is currently attached to a tree. There's a tree in that big rubber strawberry. I put my hammock up. That's probably where I'm going to spend the rest of my waking hours until I get cold or it gets dark and I want to go to sleep. The mountains and the trees are freaking insane. It is so gorgeous. There's literally one person camping next to me, and that's it. So that's the update. The abode is ready. I'm gonna do some relaxing and unwind and unplug. So goodbye. It is 7:30 exactly, and I just spent the last hour or so reading in that hammock, and man, it goes from like 80 degrees to pretty chilly real quick. And I was getting cold. I actually came back here to put on a sweatshirt, and I decided I would actually just hang out in here. It's still light enough that I can read and hang out. Pico's in here with me. He's just chilling. He was such a good boy, just hanging out, playing with sticks, digging in the dirt, you know, being a dog, being a little boy. The sleeping pad I think it's like extra long, so it doesn't really fit in the back of my car. I have it kind of diagonal, and the front of it is like coming off and really getting like stuffed in between these seats. But it's still comfy enough. I think when I lie down like fully, it'll be pretty comfortable still. Unfortunately, I also did have a little pillow in my pack. I will see if I can catch up with you again before it gets too dark. But if not, have a fantastic night or morning or whenever you're watching this. And I will see you in the morning for me. Hello. I have lotion on my face and my neck. You can't really see me that well, but that's okay because I can't see you at all. So it's around 9:13 and it's starting to get pretty dark out. This is actually my favorite time of day. It's twilight. No relation to the vampire. I think I'm just gonna sit in here and read at my big journal a little bit. But my sleeping pad, this green bubbly thing, ooh, I freaking realized it's leaking. I've filled it up 3 times now, like I've loaded it 3 times, and it's so comfortable when it's completely filled up. And it's leaking so fast, but I can't hear any hissing, like any air escaping. So I'm super bummed. It's definitely not going to be that comfortable sleeping on it tonight because it's going to deflate like before I even fall asleep. I'll let you know what I end up doing, and if I do go on the hike, I will of course bring you with. I think it's going to be nice. There's a lake at the top. Honestly, I feel like I could already sleep pretty soon. That's one of the perks of being in nature and being exposed to not that much artificial light. And also just being tired from work. I'll catch y'all later. Good morning! I probably look a hot mess right now, but I woke up at like 5:15 or so. Well, Pico woke me up because he had to go to the bathroom. And I think it's just before 6 now. So we might have the trail to ourselves. And I decided I would just go for it. So I packed up my bag. I have water, food, and that's pretty much it. Got on my little hiking boots, and me and Pico are ready to go. We're gonna see if we can make it. I think the entire trip out and back takes 4.5 hours or so. So then I could still be back down here at like 10 or 11 and then drive home. So yeah, I will take you guys along. I think I'm like halfway there. I've been hiking for a little over a mile, but look at how stunning it is up here. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's multiple lakes, or there are multiple lakes along this trail. I think this one is Kaches down there. So that's not the one that we're going to, but it's freaking beautiful. There are a lot of bugs and it's getting pretty hot, but it's very nice. Howdy! Final, oh my, he wants to say hi also. Can you? Oh my gosh. Final update before I head home probably. Okay, first of all, look at this path and tell me which one looks like the trail. I took the one on the right because that one looks way more established, and it did not go where I thought it was gonna go. That's actually where the last clip was from, where I'm kind of on that ridge overlooking the lake. But it turned into like skimming the ridge, like there was not a real path. So I decided to just sit down on a big rock, have a snack, feed Pico his breakfast, and there's like a thunderstorm rolling in. It's been about an hour and 40 minutes. I'm gonna turn around now. It should be about an hour till I get to the bottom, and then I'm gonna drive home, which is about an hour and a half. So I might catch you guys back at the car. If anything else interesting happens before then, I will let you know. Howdy! Okay, excuse my really red face. I've been jogging down this trail since I turned around. Oh man, and the thunder is real. Dude, Pico wants to say hi again. Hi, Pico! But yeah, the thunder is real. Can you see these freaking storm clouds? Yeah, the thunder is like echoing around these mountains, and I'm gonna book it. I'm pretty sure I'm at like more than halfway back, if I remember my landmarks properly. I'm glad the thunder told me to turn around. Howdy. So as you can see, I'm back in my car. I was stressing over those two big forks in the road that I passed, and when I was coming back down, I realized I took the wrong path at like the very beginning, like 100 feet into the trail. It veered like to the left immediately after getting into the forest, and I just kept going straight and like cut through the woods and found this like big road that I assumed was the trail and kept going up, which is why I felt so lost. When I came back down, there were people coming from the other direction, and I was like, wait, that does not look familiar. And then when I like went back down and looked up, I was like, oh shit, I totally just stepped off the trail like right at the beginning. So thank God I didn't keep going, because who knows where I even went. And now I have to come back and do the actual Rachel Lake Trail. Yeah. But I got a good workout in. That was probably like 12,000 steps. I jogged almost the entire way back. Honestly, this little guy saved my ass, because I was like kind of spaced out and like jogging down the trail. And I kept thinking there was like one more exposed area where you could see the mountains, but I had already passed that place. I just like went down so much faster than I realized. And then Pico like jumped off the trail, and I was like, what are you doing? And I looked down and saw this like pile of rocks that was there when I first came onto the trail. And I was like, oh shit, okay, this is actually where I got lost and came onto this like random road trail. So if it wasn't for him, I may have kept going down that random road and never gotten back to my car. So thank God I brought him. Actually, he's a good little adventure buddy. If you're from Seattle, you know we don't really get big raindrops that often. It's like misty or like drizzly, and it was like each raindrop was huge. I like kept thinking it was hail because it was like hitting everything so hard, but no, it's just gigantic raindrops. But we got soaked like jogging that last bit. Whew, that was an adventure. I feel like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, but honestly, it was still a lot of fun. And now I'm just excited to come back when it's a little bit nicer, warmer, and I have the proper equipment. So lesson learned, don't do things that you don't know how to do, especially if you're by yourself and have a dog that you need to wrangle, who's now very tired. Look at this little guy. I'm pretty pooped. I will see y'all at home. Where's the button? Damn. So this is Lake Kaches. I'm basically at the end of the road now. I literally just turned around so I could come back at this little turnout. Can you see Pico? So I could stop here and just admire the beauty. But yeah, you can just like look at those clouds. Okay, stop looking at my face. Look at those clouds. It's insane. Honestly, it looks pretty stormy up there still, but it's insane. Damn. Alright, it is like 10 o'clock on the dot. I just made it back. It's freaking pouring still. Look at my outfit. I look like a mad woman, but that was crazy. I was only out for, let's see, since like 4 p.m. yesterday. 18 hours. But thanks for coming along on this kind of failed, my first solo camping trip. I will for sure be back to that spot, I'm sure, sometime this summer. And I am gonna go backpacking. I want to do more solo trips and just explore and be better prepared this time, not go so spontaneously. So there will be more inspiration to come. But thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to close this out and say I'm super glad you're here. I'm super glad to be back home. And I can't wait to bring you on the next adventure. So I will see you guys then. Take care.